Welcome back to Double Down University. I'm back at you guys with another NFL Prizepicks video. I have a couple props that you compare with the free square of the Caleb Williams free square of over 0.5 passing yards. So let's start it off with, I have two props for J.K. Dobbins and one prop for Lamar. So the first prop for Dobbins is over his fantasy score, just as an overall safety blanket for him, because I do think that he scores, and I do think that he will have a big rushing day. And also like over 14.5 longest rush for him as well. I think he can get a 15 plus yard run against Carolina. All the offensive line has to do is block well. And if you guys are familiar with John Harbaugh, he loves to run the ball, especially those Michigan teams. They love running the ball first, and then they pass off of it with play action and things of that nature. So I think he's going to set up for a great day. And then also, last but not least, is Lamar Jackson over 8.5 rushing attempts. So let's start off with Dobbins and why I like Dobbins. First off, his matchup, he goes against the Carolina Panthers, and pretty much anybody that goes against them has success. Now they did play the Saints last week, and they got crushed, the Panthers. So, and then one thing that I looked at was the average yards per carry each running back had against them. Like Derek Carr had 6.5 yards per carry against Carolina. Alvin Kamara had 5.5. Taysom Hill had 7 yards of carry. He only carried it 5 times. So everybody's getting chunk plays against them in the run game. And then they also lost Derek Brown, which is their best run defender and best overall defender on the D-line since they lost Brian Burns. So that's going to be a big loss for them. And then looking at Dobbins, he also had some upside in the pass catching part of it, where he had 3 targets. He caught 3 balls for 4 yards. So he caught every target that was thrown his way. And then also, as far as the longest run, he had 4 runs last week of 20 yards or more. So he had 2 runs of 20 or more, and then he also had 2 rushes of 40 or more. So he had 2 40-yard runs and 2 20-yard runs, and all we really need is 15 yards. I think he could do that. So I really like him in this spot. And then also, moving forward they took Elijah Moore off the board. That's who I was going to go to as well as another pick. I was going to take his receptions over, I think it was over 2.5 or 3.5, but they probably adjusted it because Njoku was not playing. So I scratched that one and just stuck with just the Lamar one. So with Lamar, he is going over this line pretty consistently last year, of having at least 9 rushes last year. And if you watch him this year with the addition of Derrick Henry, he's able to take that weighted pressure off of him, to where as though they have to think of another solution to bring more people down in the box for the run. And then also he can just run off of broken plays. That's why I like him a lot today. And as you can see here, he's done it quite a few times last year, going over 8.5 rushing attempts. And then also, what people don't realize too with rushing attempts for quarterbacks is that if let's say Baltimore is up in the game and they just want to kill the clock on the last drive to get the ball back the last drive, a QB kneel accounts for a rushing attempt as well. So I really like this because I think that he can get maybe 2 to 3 on just a particular drive. Like on the opening drive, he may get 2 scrambles where like the play is broken down, where everybody downfield is covered, and he just breaks and just runs to the sideline for about 2 or 3 yards, and that's to count as a rushing attempt. So I like that as well. And then also, like I said, with the boost of them supposed to win the game today, so the QB kneels in play for extra 2 rushing attempts. So I really like Lamar in this spot as well. So those are my plays for today. Caleb Williams over 0.5 passing yards, as well as J.K. Dobbins over 12 fantasy score, as well as his over 14.5 longest run, and then Lamar Jackson over 8.5 rushing attempts. I appreciate you guys. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.